Good morning everyone. My name is Gallardo Ronami and my topic for today is absorption of fats, proteins, vitamins, and feces. So for today's morning, let's begin the discussion. So digestion is the breakdown large food molecules into smaller, simpler molecules that occurs bodies can absorb. So our teeth and tongue mo tabang na mag-breakdown og food to smaller pieces through sa ato ang pagkaon og sa pagmix. Then ang atong enzyme sa saliva, stomach, and small intestine mag-breakdown siya food molecules even farther. Ang gagmay nga molecules kay mag-absorb siya sa atong bloodstream through sa ato ang lining of our small intestine. Ang waste product sa atong body kay dili siya mo absorb kay eliminated man siya through our large intestine and rectum. Next is absorption is the process of taking these digested nutrients from the small intestine and transferring them into bloodstream. So the bloodstream as the network of roads and the nutrients are the package that need na mag-transport through our body. Ang small intestine has tiny finger like projections o gitawag na to siya nga villi, which mag-increase siyag surface area making na damo siya mahimo nga efficient ug mag-absorb siya og nutrients. These villi have been tinier projections o gitawag nato siya nga microvilli. Further na mag-enhance siya sa absorption of process. Once nga mag-absorb na siya into bloodstream, these nutrients is mag-travel siya into different parts sa ato body na mag-provide siya energy, build and repair tissues, and support other vital functions of our body. So there are three main types of macronutrients. First, carbohydrates, the body's main source of energy. So carbohydrates, there are different kinds of carbohydrates like sa sugar, glucose, starch, potatoes, and fibers. Kung mukaon ta og mga carbohydrates nga pagkaon, our body break them down into glucose. This glucose is then used by our cell na mag-produce og energy for all our activities. Carbohydrates are essential for a lot of things like keeping our brain, working our muscles, moving, and maintaining our overall energy travels. Next is fats, body source of long-term energy. Sa fats, ang atong lawas mo store siya energy long-term primarily in the form of fats. Kung mo consume tag damo nga calories or mukaon tag mga pagkaon na damog calories, we need for immediate energy. Our body convert those excess calories into triglycerides, a type of fat. So ang triglycerides kay mo siya ang type sa fat. These triglycerides are then stored in specialized cell. Gitawag na siya nato na adipocytes which make up our adipose tissue or fat tissue. Kung ang atong body need og energy and dili pa siya ready or dili siya available, ang glucose ana is mo store siya are depleted hormones. Mo signal gali ang ato ang hormones, mag-breakdown siya og triglycerides into fatty acid which na mag-transport siya or maghatag siya cell through the body to be used as fuel. This process is much slower than using glucose for energy, but it provides a substantial and long-lasting energy reserve. Din sa protein, the building blocks of the energy, it helps build muscles. So, ang protein are essential nutrients that act like building blocks sa ato ang lawas. They are made up sa gagmay nga units o gitawag nato siya nga amino acids. Think of them like tiny Lego bricks that can be combined in different ways to create all sorts of structure and functions. Kani siya this includes our muscles like sa bones, skin, and hair. These are chemical na mutabang sa ato ang body para mo-function siya og tarong. Protein help carry oxygen through sa ato ang lawas nya. This kani nga protein mutabang siya to mupagawas ang mga infection sa ato ang lawas or sa ato ang body. So as you can see, na ay diagram. So this diagram illustrates the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. So let's break it down step by step. So food stuff, this process begins with starch and disaccharides, sugar. Ang sugar is mag-compose siya og 2 monosaccharides present in food. Then ang digestion, small intestine is pancreatic amylase, an enzyme from the pancreas na mag-continue og breakdown sa starch in the small intestine. Mag-breakdown siya sa starch sa small intestine. Then ang kaninga result is mauna ang oligosaccharides in short chain of monosaccharides and saccharides. Further breakdown in the small intestine, brush border enzyme located on the surface of the small intestine lining complete sa ato ang digestion. So kani nga enzyme na include diri ang dextrinase, glucoamylase, lactase, maltase, and sucrase. Tagsa-tagsa ani nga enzyme is target sa specific disaccharides. So ang nakuan nga ri is ang lactase breakdown lactose into galactose and glucose. Next is ang maltase breakdown maltose into 2 glucose molecules. Last is ang sucrase breakdown sucrose into glucose and surface. Ang final product sa carbohydrates digestion is ang monosaccharides, which is ang glucose, galactose, and fructose are absorbed into bloodstream through sa capillaries in the villi. Sa small finger-like projections lining sa ato ang small intestine. These monosaccharides are then transported into a liver via hepatic portal vein. So kanisad nga diagram magdepict sad siya absorption of monosaccharides, which is ang simple sugar in the small intestine. Magpakita siya process at the cellular level. Mag-focus siya sa epithelial cell o sa lining sa intestinal lumen. So muna siya ang mga breakdown. So first, ang lumen or ang intestinal cavity. This where digest food, including nga rin ang monosaccharides, is located. Absorption of mechanism, which is ang glucose and galactose absorption. Kani nga monosaccharides is mag-absorb siya via secondary active transport gamit ang CGLT1 transporter. kani nga transporter is simultaneously move into two sodium ions which is an 2Na and either glucose or galactose into the epithelial cell. The sodium gradient higher concentration outside the cell. So kani sa nga sodium gradient or ang two sodium ions is kusog siya mo concentrate kung naagawas sa ato ang cell mo provide pud siya og energy for this process. Fructose absorption. Fructose is mag-absorb siya via facilitated diffusion gamit ang GLUT5 transporter. So kani nga passive process is di na kinahanglan mo gamit or dili na require kay na naman siya energy. So fructose move down its concentration gradient from the lumen into the epithelial cell. So kani siyang lumen ha is mo na siya ang mo digest og food. Next is ang epithelial cell nato. Kani siya nga cell is lining sa intestine nato. The absorbed monosaccharides are now inside this cell. Basolateral membrane facing interstitial space. So glucose and galactose exit. Kung ang glucose ug ang galactose mo exit sa epithelial cell, ang interstitial space is mo enter pod siya sa basolateral membrane nato. The fluid surrounding the cell via facilitated diffusion using the GLUT2 transporter. Ang fructose exit is ang fructose mo exit sad siya sa epithelial cell nato via facilitated diffusion gamit pod ang GLUT2 transporter. Interstitial space. Ang interstitial space is mo siya ang space between sa epithelial cell and the capillaries. Ang monosaccharides have now entered sa interstitial space nato and can diffuse into capillaries for transport to the liver via hepatic portal vein. In short, this diagram is how different monosaccharides are absorbed across the intestinal epithelium using both active and passive transport mechanism, ultimately making them available for the body to use. The sodium gradient is K2 active and transport of glucose and galactose. So specific sites of absorption. First occurs in the jejunum, although some absorption can occur in the duodenum and ileum. Second, the specific C transporters SGLT1 and GLUT5 are located on the apical membrane of the enterocytes. Absorption in the enterocytes, glucose, galactose, and fructose all exit in via GLUT2 transporter on the basolateral membrane into the capillary blood. Last, they are transported to the liver via the hepatic portal vein. So, as you can see, the picture describes the specific site of monosaccharides absorption in the small intestine. So, first is location of absorption. Ang primary sites of monosaccharide, mag-absorption siya sa jejunum, although some absorption also occurs in the duodenum and ileum. Kana siya nga diagram sa right. There are three sections of small intestine which is ang duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Transporters. Ang specific transporter sa protein kay nasya sa apical membrane. the surface facing the lumen. Then of the enterocytes cell lining the small intestine. Kani siya nga transporter, nag-include siya sa CGLT1 for glucose and galactose. Then ang GLUT5 sa fructose. Exit from enterocytes. Once na mag-absorb into the enterocytes ang glucose, galactose, and fructose, exit through GLUT transporters on the basolateral membrane, the surface facing the bloodstream. Transport to the liver. Ang monosaccharides is nag-transport na siya sa liver via sa hepatic vein. Fate of absorbed carbohydrates. Glucose is the primary monosaccharides used for energy production. The liver plays a crucial role in regulating blood glucose. So glucose is ang primary monosaccharides niya is a crucial for energy production. It's either paspas siya sa cell through cellular respiratory. Glycolysis and the Krebs cycle or stored in the liver as glycogen, a polysaccharides when in excess. Ang liver mag-play siya sa vital role in regulating blood glucose level. Then energy production. Glucose is either used immediately by cell for energy through cellular respiration, glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and storage. Excess glucose is stored in the liver is glycogen polysaccharides. Next is ang transported to the liver. The liver converts both of these monosaccharides into glucose. So ang fructose along with glucose is transported siya sa liver. Ug ang liver mo convert siya both fructose and glucose into glucose. So the liver mag-convert siya sa fructose into glucose. Ensure that ang tanan is mag-absorb siya sa monosaccharides ug mag-contribute siya sa bodies which is ang glucose pool for energy or storage. This diagram illustrates the digestion and the absorption of fats. The process begins with an emulsified fats in the small intestine. Kani siya nga fats are then emulsified siya sa detergent action of bile salts gikan sa liver, increasing their surface area. Pancreatic lipase then break down the emulsified fats into monoglycerides and fatty acids. These monoglycerides and fatty acids are absorbed into the lacteals of the villi in the small intestine. They are then transported to the systemic circulation via the lymph in the thoracic duct. Glycerol and short-chain fatty acids kay mag-absorb siya into the capillary blood in the villi and transported to the liver via sa hepatic portal vein. So kani siya nga process of fat absorption na involved nga ri ang emulsification by bile salts, enzymatic breakdown by pancreatic lipase, and absorption via lacteals and capillaries. Monoglycerides and fatty acids are absorbed into lacteals, while ang glycerol and short-chain fatty acids kay nag-absorb siya sa capillaries. Emulsification, the process of breaking down large fat globules into smaller droplets. Mag-increase siya sa surface area for zymatic action. Ang pancreatic lipase is muna siya ang enzyme na mag-breaks down fat into monoglycerides and fatty acids. Pancreatic lipase, an enzyme that breaks down fats into monoglycerides and fatty acids. So ang lactase is muna siya ang lymphatic capillaries sa villi nato of the small intestine na mag-absorb og fats. Then ang hepatic portal vein is muna siya ang vein na mag-carries sa blood from the digestive system to liver. So that image depicts the absorption of fatty acid and glycerol in the small intestine. So here's the step-by-step explanation. Emulsification. Dietary fats, triglycerides are initially broken down into small droplets, which is ang emulsion. By bile salts, the intestinal lumen mo increase siya sa surface area available of enzymatic action. Ang micelle formation ani kay ang fatty acid ug ang monoglycerides mo result siya sa initial breakdown. Mag-associate siya sa bile salts na mo form sa micelles. Kaning micelles are small enough to across sa epithelial cell membrane. Ang absorption into epithelial cell is ang fatty acids and monoglycerides mo diffuse siya sa micelles padung sa epithelial cell o sa lining small intestine. Ang triglyceride resynthesis is mo siya ang sud sa epithelial cell, which is ang fatty acid ug ang monoglycerides na mag-reassemble sa triglycerides. Sunod ang cyclomicron formation. Kaning triglycerides mo combine siya sa proteins in the Golgi apparatus, an organelle within the cell, to form a chylomicron. Ang chylomicrons are lipoprotein particles that transport sa triglycerides. Lastly, ang lactyl entry that transport. Ang chylomicrons are the transport into lactyls, which the lymphatic capillaries within the villi of the small intestine. Ang lymphatic system mo transport siya into chylomicron away from the intestine and eventually into the bloodstream. In short, ani ang process na involve siya into breakdown of fats into smaller components. There are absorption into essential cell, the resynthesis of triglycerides, packaging into chylomicrons, and their transport via the lymphatic system. So that image illustrates the fate of absorbed fats after this digestion. So fate of absorbed fats. So ang chylomicron transport is chylomicrons form in the intestinal epithelial cells as shown as previous image. Katong last image na ako gipakita, carry triglycerides from the small intestine to the body cells via sa lymphatic system nato og the bloodstream. Chylomicron remnant processing. Once ang triglycerides in the chylomicron are delivered the body cell, the chylomicron remains what's left of the chylomicron. After sunod sa triglycerides mo release siya na mag-travel siya into the liver for disassembly. VLDL, which the product of triglycerides delivery. So ang liver magproduce siya og very low density or magproduce siya og pinakahinay nga lipoprotein which is ang VLDLS, which magcarry siya og daghan nga triglycerides sa ato ang body cells. VLDL to IDL to DL to LDL conversion. So VLDLs are gradually converted into intermediate density, which is ang lipoprotein. Muna siya ang IDLs, and ang pinakahinay nga density which is ang lipoprotein is LDLs. As a triglycerides are removed, the LDLs are cholesterol rich. Ang LDL cholesterol delivery is ang LDL's delivery ang cholesterol of the body cell, which is high LDL levels siya. Mo associate siya na mo increase og cardiovascular disease. Next, ang ato ang HDL or ang cholesterol removal. High density siya sa lipoprotein which is ang HDLs pick up excess cholesterol from the body cells. Mo deliver siya into the liver for use of disposal. HDL is considered good, maayo siya nga cholesterol because it helps to remove cholesterol from the bloodstream. Kana siya nga diagram, nagpakita siya og how dietary fats are transported from the intestines distributed to body cells, and nganong ang cholesterol is managed man siya through different lipoprotein particles which is ang chylomicrons, VLDLs, IDLs, LDLs, and HDLs. Kana siya nga process is mga highlight role sa liver in lipoprotein metabolism. Mga importance of HDL in cholesterol removal. This diagram outlines the process of protein absorption. So muna siya ang mga breakdowns. So, the digestions of proteins, which is ang stomach. Protein digestion begins in the stomach with the action of pepsin, an enzyme secreted by the stomach glands in the presence of hydrochloric acid, which is muna siya ang ato ang symbol is HCl. Pepsin breaks down protein into large polypeptides. Small intestine pancreatic phase. Ang pancreatic enzyme is muna siya ang trypsin, chymotrypsin, carboxypeptidase. Muna siya ang further breakdown sa large polypeptides into smaller polypeptides. Ang small peptides in the small intestine. Small intestine brush border phase. Brush border enzyme, aminopeptides, carboxypeptidase, and dipeptidase. Naglukit na siya sa surface of the intestinal cell. Mo siya na nag-complete breakdown na ang polypeptides and peptides into amino acid and some dipeptides and tripeptides. Absorptions sa proteins is muna siya ang amino acids along with some dipeptides and tripeptides. Also, mag-absorb na siya sa lumen o sa small intestine nato. The capillary blood with the villi. Kani siyang amino acid are transported to the liver via sa hepatic portal vein. Kani siya nga process mo involve ang stepwise breakdown sa proteins into their constituent amino acids. facilitated sa enzyme nato ug sa stomach and small intestine, follow sa absorption into bloodstream for transport sa atoang liver. Absorption of amino acids. So kanang that diagram illustrates sa absorption of amino acid. So first, ang active transport across sa brush border. Ang amino acids from the intestinal lumen are magtransport siya across sa brush border to a membrane. The apical membrane of the intestinal or epithelial cell. Via mag-active siya or mag-transport siya, kani siya nga energy is required siya or kinahanglan siya sa process. The active transporter use the sodium potassium pump or Na plus key and ATPase. So sodium ions Na muna siya ang actively mo pump out sa cell. Muhimo sad siya og concentration sa gradient. So kani siyang gradient is mag-drive siya sa co-transport padung sa co-transport siya sa amino acid into the cell along with sodium ions. ATP or adenosine triphosphate is hydrolyzed to ADP or adenosine diphosphate and inorganic phosphate which is mo siya ang PI to power the sodium pump. Facilitate diffusion across the basolateral membrane. So once nga musud ang epithelial cell, ang amino acid is move siya across sa basolateral membrane. The membrane facing the blood, so mo facilitate siya. So this is a passive process that doesn't require so dili siya kinahanglan, wa siya kuha na energy. A facilitated transporter protein helps motabang siya sa amino acid na move down siya sa concentration gradient from the cell into the capillary blood. Kana siya nga process is nag-ultimate siya or nag-deliver siya sa amino acid to the portal vein na mo transport to the liver. So ang amino acid is absorption siya na involved sa active transport step powered by the sodium gradient. So mo facilitate siya sa diffusion to move amino acids from the intestinal lumen into the bloodstream. Next is absorption of vitamins. So overview of vitamins. Vitamins are nutrients that help the body function properly. So ang vitamins are essential organic compounds that are required sa small amounts for normal growth o mo function sa ato body. Unlike sa carbohydrates, proteins, and fats which na mag-provide sila energy or mag-build or building blocks sa vitamins, mo akra sila og primarily as catalyst or coenzymes in various metabolic process. So they don't provide energy themselves but sa crucial for the body to na mo-utilize sila og energy from other source. So they are classified into two groups. Fat soluble A, D, A, K. So fat soluble vitamins, so kani siya nga vitamins mo dissolve siya sa fat ug mag-stored pud siya sa body fatty tissues ug sa liver. Kay they are stored excessive intake na mo lead siya sa toxicity or magpahawa siya sa mga toxic na mga pagkaon na atong gikaon na napundo sa atong lawas. The fat-soluble vitamins are A, D, A, E, and K. Next is ang water-soluble vitamins, which is muna siya ang water-soluble B complex and C. So, kani siya po na nga vitamins is mo dissolve siya sa water but not stored significantly sa ato ang lawas. Pero mo excess siya og amount are usually excreted in urine. Kaning water-soluble vitamins are the various vitamins B like sa B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, and B9. Lastly, ang B12 and vitamin C. Kada vitamin ani kay sila mga specific role sa ato ang lawas, mo impact po sila og various functions. Muna siya ang energy of metabolism, muna siya ang B, which is ang vitamins are crucial siya sa energy production from carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Next is ang growth and development. Ang vitamin A and D are essential for growth sa cell differentiation and bone health. Muna siya sa bone health ang vitamin A. Ang immune function is ang vitamins E, C, and D. Mo contribute sila to a healthy immune system. Ang blood clotting is ang vitamin K, which is the vital for blood clotting. Antioxidant protection, which is muna siya ang sa vitamin C and E. Muak sila or magpahawa sila antioxidants protecting sa ato ang cells gikan sa nga damage caused by sa free radicals. A deficiency in any vitamins can lead to specific health problems. However, importante gihapon na ma-obtain ang vitamins through sa balanced diet is generally preferred over sa supplementation, as excessive intake of some vitamins can be harmful. So, fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, so dissolve in fat, not water, require fat and bile from the liver for absorption. Absorbed through the intestines into the bloodstream, stored in the liver and body fat. So, the outlines for key characteristics of fat-soluble. So, first is ang dissolution. Ang dissolution sa fat, dili siya tubig. This is a defining characteristic na nagdistinguish gikan sa water-soluble sa vitamins. Ang ikaduha, absorption. Required ang fat and bile na mag-produce sa liver for the proper absorption in the digestive system. Ang presence sa fats is crucial for the uptake. Next is ang transport. Once na mag-absorb na, they are transported through the intestine into the bloodstream. Kani siya nga process is mag-involve og interaction with fats and lipoproteins. Next is ang storage. Unlike sa water-soluble, ang vitamins, which is generally excreted siya sa fat-soluble vitamins, are stored in the liver and body fat. Kana siya nga storage is mo allow siya for a reserve supply, but also means that excess intake can lead to toxicity. Ang fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K are characterized by the solubility sa fats, their dependence on fats and bile for absorption, transport through sa intestine into a bloodstream. The storage in the liver and body fat. So, understanding sa solubility of vitamins is crucial siya or dali ra siya masabtan because their absorption, transport, and storage. Ang role sa bile in fat mo digest siya og vitamin absorption kay importante man siya na dapat mo absorb. The storage of fat-soluble vitamins can lead to toxicity if mo consume siya excessive amounts. This is kanang in contrast to water-soluble vitamins which are generally excreted sa urine or bali ang atong ihi. So water-soluble vitamins B complex and C dissolve in water, absorbed directly into the bloodstream from the intestines, not stored for long, need to be replenished daily, excess and excreted in urine. So, sa solubility, mag-dissolve na siya sa tubig. This is the defining characteristic that differentiates from the fat-soluble vitamins. So, sa katong previous na ako gi-discuss is, katong usa, fat-soluble is dili siya mo dissolve sa water. Kaning water-soluble is mo dissolve na siya. Absorption, they are absorbed directly into bloodstream. Gikan sa intestines. Mo direct siya absorb sa fat-mediated o sa fat-soluble vitamins. They are not stored in the body for long period. So, di siya magdugay o stay sa lawas sa tao. Kinahanglan siya na mo replenish daily through diet because this is excess amount and readily excreted. Ang sa excretion mo excess siya sa water-soluble vitamins in urine. This prevents the build-up or toxic level. Unlike sa fat-soluble vitamins. So, na sila kalahian sa fat-soluble o sa water-soluble. So, ang water-soluble vitamins B complex and C are characterized by water solubility. So, bali mo direct siya absorb sa bloodstream o need siya sa daily replenishment due to their short-term storage and excretion for excess amount in urine. So, sa difference in solubility between water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins is crucial for understanding. So, ang metabolism ug ang dietary requirements. So, the lack of significant storage of water-soluble vitamins but pasabot na nag-regular iyahang pag-take og necessary na mo-maintain sa adequate level in the body. The efficient excretion of excess water-soluble and vitamins prevent sa mga toxics na mga pagkaon na nasa atong lawas na pundo. Mo prevent siya bali iya hampugngan. So, steps of vitamins absorption. So, first, eating food with vitamins. So, kinahanglan jud na ang kanon nato is mga vegetarian, mga otan na naay mga proteins, makakuha tag mga masustansya. Then 2, stomach breaks down food. Then 3, helpers release fat-soluble bile from liver, help dissolve vitamins in fat. Water-soluble absorb direct into blood. Helper release man siya ang sa helper mag-release siya og aid in absorption. Kani sa nga step is nag-differentiate siya between sa fat soluble and water soluble vitamins. So ang fat soluble bile from liver help dissolve vitamins in fat. Sa bile from the liver help dissolve these vitamins sa fat, nag-facilitate siya sa absorption. While ang water soluble vitamins kani siya kay nag-absorb siya directly sa bloodstream. Vitamin absorption involves 4 steps which is ang ingesting vitamin-rich food, ikaduha, stomach breakdown of food, ikatulo, release of helpers bile for fat-soluble, direct absorption for water-soluble. Last is ang transport of vitamins via blood to cells. So, the different absorption of mechanism sa fat-soluble ug ang water-soluble vitamins is naka-highlight ra siya or naka-highlight ang mga importance of dietary fats sa atong body system for nutrient uptake. Ang final transport sa steps ensure that ang vitamins mo reach siya sa cell where they are needed to perform their various functions. So para masabtan kani nga step is makatabang siya na ma-appreciate ang complexity sa nutrients absorption and importance sa balanced diet or mag-diet ang tao. So key points to remember: fat-soluble vitamins need fat and are stored in the body. So kani siya nga vitamins require siya sa fat for absorption ug mo stored siya sa atoang lawas. But pasabot pwede siya mo accumulate sa atoang lawas bisan kanus-a. Examples na include nga ri ang EDE, ADE, and K. Then ang sa water soluble vitamins need water and are not stored long. So kanisad nga vitamins is required siya sa water for absorption. Pero dili siya mo stored sa ato ang lawas. So nay kalahian ang fat soluble ug ang vitamins. Kaya ang sa fat soluble is mo stored man siya sa ato ang body, while ang water soluble is dili siya mo stored sa ato ang body because extended ang iyahang periods. Kay nagkuha man siya sa amounts na nagtypically sa excreted sa urine. Example include vitamins B and C. Sa ako ang gikuan ganiha gidiscuss. Ang balanced diet ensure proper vitamin absorption. So, balanced diet is a crucial for proper vitamins para mo sa absorption. This ensure that the body receive all necessary vitamins for optimal health. Kanit siyang diet lacking sa fats may impair the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, while ang diet lacking in water may affect the absorption of water-soluble vitamins. So, naikalahian jud ang fat-soluble ug ang water-soluble. So, karing usa is mo stored siya sa tuang lawas ang fat. Ug ang water-soluble is mo stored siya. Dili siya mo stored sa tuang lawas. Bali, nara siya diha pirmi. Nagstay. So, formation of phases. Step 1. Digestion and absorption. Enzyme break down food into small molecules like glucose, amino acids, and fatty acids. So, ang enzyme, biological catalyst mo, breakdown siya mo breakdown siya og food into smaller molecules. Kani mga gagmay nga molecules na include nga ri ang glucose ug a simple sugar mo ni ang simple sugar is ang sa carbohydrates, amino acids and building blocks of proteins. Ang fatty acids nag-component siya og fats. Nag-breakdown sad siya og mga essential because these smaller molecules can be absorbed by the body. These nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream in the small intestine. Ang nutrient absorption at the small molecules magresult siya for enzymatic digestion are absorbed into bloodstream. This absorption primarily occurs in small intestine which has a large surface area. Nag-optimize siya og nutrients uptake. Ang bloodstream din na nag-transport siya into nutrients to the rest of the body where they are used for energy growth and repair. Step 2. Leftover move to the large intestine. Undigested materials like fiber, dead cells, and bacteria move to the large intestine. So, materials that the body could digest or absorb in the small intestine move into the large intestine. Kani siya nga materials is nag-include siya sa fiber which is indigestible plant sa materials, dead cells from the lining of the digestive tract, and bacteria. These are materials your body cannot digest or absorb. Indigestible materials, the materials that enter sa large intestine nato, those na dili siya mo digest sa ato alawas or dili siya mo absorb. Kaning large intestine is primary function na mo process o mo absorb siya og water from this material and form feces for elimination from our body. Step 3. Water reabsorption. The large intestine reabsorb water from the indigested materials. So, ang large intestine mo function siya in this stage na mo reabsorb siya sa tubig from indigested material na magpabilin siya og magpabilin gyapon siya after ma-digest. This is a crucial process for maintaining our body water balance. The main process concentrates the material into a solid form. So, the reabsorption of water concentrates the remaining indigested materials, transforming it from a liquid or semi-liquid state into a solid form, which is then eliminated from the body as feces. Step 4. Action of gut bacteria. Gut bacteria ferment undigested fibers, producing gases and breaking down materials further. Ang gut bacteria ferment undigest siya sa fibers like sa those found in plant-based foods. Kani siya nga fermentation, nagprocess siya na magproduce og gas or gases which nagcontribute siya sa flatulence and further breakdowns na nagremaining sa materials in the large intestine. They also produce vitamins like vitamin K and some B vitamins. So, besides breaking down materials, gut bacteria also produce certain vitamins. Nag-include siya vitamin K, which is essential siya for blood clotting. and some vitamins B which play various roles in metabolism and cell function nato. This is a beneficial byproduct of the gut microbiome. Step 5. Formation of feces. Feces are made of water, undigested fibers, dead bacteria, and waste products. So, sa composition aning feces, isang face tool or nagcompose siya og mga several components like sa water, nag-indigested siya sa fibers, nag-indigestible siya sa plants, materials, dead cells, sheaths from the lining of the digestive tract. Ang bakterya na naa sa sod sa guts and waste product from metabolism. Bile pigments from the liver give feces its brown color. So, sa brown color is ang coloration. Ang characteristic sa brown color of feces come from bile pigments. Bile is produced by the liver and plays a crucial role in fat digestion. Ang pigments is bile give feces their typical brown. Next is step 6, elimination. Feces are stored in the rectum until they are expelled through the anus. So storage and expulsion sa feces are temporarily stored siya sa rectum. Ang final section sa large intestine kung ang rectum is puno na siya, mo signal na siya na mag-send to the brain, initiating sa urge to defecate. The feces are then expelled from the body through sa anus. Next is the process is called defecation. So defecation, the process of expelling feces from the body, gitawag na siya nga defecation. Kay nag-control man siya process involving both involuntary and voluntary muscles contractions. And that's all my report, ma'am. Thank you.